大家好，欢迎跟陈老师一起来乐学中文。今天我们要国画介绍。Today we're gonna have introduction to the Chinese painting, and the Chinese painter or Chinese artist is 沈正乾教授, Professor 沈正乾. If you're interested, we have 2 short films posted on YouTube already. You can 打开欣赏一下老师的杰作。Okay, today our learning goals are to number 1, 认识国画 get to know the Chinese painting. 2, 国画示范 appreciate Professor Shen's performance. And number 3, 3, 练习中文 we are gonna practice Chinese related to the Chinese painting and more. 首先，国画家介绍，沈正乾教授是长荣大学的老师。So here there are several terms: 教授 professor, 长荣大学 CJCU, 老师 teacher. 沈正乾教授是长荣大学的老师。沈老师是优异的国画家。沈老师 Teacher Shen is an excellent Chinese painter. 是优异的国画家。他很会画画。他会画画 means he can paint. 很 is a modifier, or you can say it's an adverb. So, if he can paint very well, in Chinese, 他很会画画. Again, 他会画画. He can paint. 会 means can, be able to. 很会画画. 很 is a modifier, which is very common. 他很会画画 means he can do Chinese paintings very well. 他也很会写书法。He can also do Chinese calligraphy very well. 也 he also can do Chinese calligraphy very well. So here, let's learn the sentence pattern. 接下来学个句型。他会画画。He can do painting. He can paint. Or he can draw. Basically in Chinese, 画画 can refer to do Chinese painting, do painting, do watercolor, sketch, etc. 他会画画。他很会画画。As mentioned before, 很 is a modifier or an adverb. We use it to modify 会。他很会画画。He can do paintings very well. Okay, how about transforming statements into yes/no questions? Can he do painting? Do you guys remember the question marker? 吗 That's right. 他会画画吗 That's the easiest way to transform statements into yes/no questions. Just add 吗 the question marker to the end of sentence. 他会画画吗 Ma, M-A. You have noticed that it has no tone marker. So that means ma is a neutral tone. It has a neutral tone. 他会画画吗他会不会画画 That's another way to say can he paint? 他会不会画画 Maybe you have noticed Chinese like to repeat sometimes. 会 can, be able to. 不会 unable to, cannot. So you can say 他不会画画 他会不会画画 means can he or can he not do paintings? 会 be able to, can 不会 unable to, cannot 会不会 can he or can he not? So next question, 你会不会说中文 Can we speak Chinese? Can you speak Chinese? 你会不会说中文 So question, 你会不会说中文 If your answer is, I can speak a little Chinese. 我会说一点点中文 a little 一点点 Sometimes for girls, they tend to use a very cute tone. So instead of 一点点, which is a little bit serious, you can say 一点点一点点我会说一点点中文 And if your answer is, I can speak Chinese. 我会说中文 If your answer is, I cannot speak Chinese. 我不会说中文 So again, can you speak Chinese? 你会不会说中文 Or 你会说中文吗 Basically, they are the same. I can speak a little Chinese. A little, 一点点 Chinese, 中文我会说一点点中文 I can speak Chinese. 我会说中文 I cannot speak Chinese. 我不会说中文 Here, that's match and learn. Can you paint? How do you say that in Chinese? I cannot speak Chinese. C, I can speak a little Chinese. And D, I cannot speak English. Number 1, 一我不会说英文一要连到 A 还是 B 还是 C 还是 D? So which one, A or B or C or D, is one's match? 2, 我不会说中文我不会说中文3, 我会说一点点中文我会说一点点中文4, 你会画画吗5, 你会不会画画Next, 作品展示 Professor Shin is a great artist. He can do all kinds of painting. And here he is demonstrating one of his a million pieces of artworks. And you can also see you can paint on a paper fan. Or you can make it a scroll. 技艺超群 Professor Shin is very talented. Look at that. He can use 2 hairbrushes at the same time. And look at that. Is that a bee? That's right. Doesn't it look very real? 作品欣赏 Here are more of Professor Shin's artworks. By the way, this kind of Chinese painting is called 山水画 Well, 山 mountain, 水 water, 画 painting, or you can say landscape 山水画 landscape or mountain water painting. More 作品欣赏 artwork appreciation 作品欣赏。他会画各种题材 Professor Shin is able to paint all kinds of subjects or categories 比如 for example 人物花鸟和山水。他会画各种题材比如人物花鸟和山水。老师的作品有很多收藏家收藏。老师的作品 The teacher's artworks 收藏家 collectors 收藏 collect or collection Professor Shen's works have been collected by many collectors. Actually, it will cost you a fortune to collect Professor Shen's artworks. Okay, it's time to study Chinese characters. Remember, Chinese characters are like paintings, are like pictures, which are called pictograph, 象形文字. A person, 人 A mountain, 山 Water, 水 Flower. This can be a little bit complicated, but it's very important because I'm going to introduce a radical here. What are radicals? Radicals are the fundamental parts of the Chinese characters. Mostly, they are pictographs, which illustrate the images of persons, objects, living things, and a lot of other stuff. So here, 花 flower. The top part is the radical, which means it's a kind of plants or grass. The top part, doesn't it look like two grasses? And the bottom part actually are two persons, because persons can change over time. So when you put two persons together, it forms another meaning, 画 meaning change. So when you dissect the Chinese character 花, you can divide it into two parts. The radical part, grass at the top, and change at the bottom. So I guess in ancient times, Chinese believe the flowers can go through many changes. It can transform from an ordinary grass to magnificent blossom or flowers. So here you are, 花. And this is a bird. At the left-hand side is 象形文字 pictograph in the Chinese character. So if you want to learn stroke order, which I mentioned before, stroke orders are very important. If you understand the order, then you wouldn't miss the stroke. And this is a very useful website on learning the stroke order of the Chinese characters for your reference. Basically, this website is sponsored and produced by the Ministry of Education of the ROC, Taiwan. And 比如, for example, 比, well, it starts with two persons. Why? Don't you like? Don't you think? People like to compare to each other. That's right. 比. And just a little bit heads up. On November 24th, we will learn how to do the Chinese painting. The artist Professor Shin will speak Chinese, and TA Zihan will translate it from Chinese to English. And we will also watch a little bit of film. So basically, this is it. Hope you learn stuff and enjoy this class. Thank you very much. See you in class. Bye.